My name is Thomas Marshall. Became homeless and lost my job, my family and everything else. Just never bounced back, that's all.
When did you lose your job?
Like about 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago. Went to prison, you know, never bounced back, that's all.
Have you gotten some help from society that has tried to get you back online, you know, get into a job and home again?
Not really, no, not at all.
Have you gone to any of the agencies around here to help you get reestablished?
Those agencies, I've been to just about every one of them. They really don't help you as much as they say they do. It's actually kind of hard and frustrating, but I really don't. There's not really that much help out here, no.
So what do you do each day?
Do whatever I can. Out here, they just call it hustling, you know. I pick up or get whatever I can, whatever I can sell, you know. Try not to do things illegal and just basically survive, you know, the best way I can.
How did you come to be in this particular spot?
I was down here riding around one day, and I actually seen that spot down there, and then I was down there looking up here one day, and this tree was all covered in and everything, and actually I went and found some pruning shears, and I just started cutting the inside of it out. And that was it.
And then you got your tent and your other provisions. Do people ever come and bother your stuff?
Not really. No, I've had it happen once or twice, but I haven't had no problem here. No, not really, no. Pretty much, the code out here is pretty strict. And sometimes you get a few people who want to come in and mess around, but it usually doesn't happen that much, not to me anyway, so.
Have the homeless ever been attacked or given any trouble by other homeless people?
Yeah, that happens quite a bit. I guess it's what you kind of call like being on the food chain, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't have that problem, but there's other people. It's like out here, if you show like a weakness, any type of weakness or anything like that, they're gonna prey on that and attack that. So, me personally, I really don't have that problem. So.
Okay. Do you have any plans for getting a job, getting some education to be able to get a new job?
I have plans for that every day. It's just the fact that I don't have the means or the transportation or like any of the I have it, but it just doesn't come as easy as it sounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, once you get into a pit, it's hard to dig yourself out. Sure. So have you ever gone to the local Modesto Junior College group and talked with them about taking some classes and see what it would take to do that?
No. See, that type of thing, it's easier said than done, because out here it's constant work out here, and if you have somebody with you, like my girlfriend or whatever, I have to worry about her. I have to worry about where I'm going to get my next meal at, or even, you know, clothing, or even getting my clothes washed. Every day is a job in itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so,
I have some friends in the Tuolumne River Trust who have complained that some of the churches give food to the homeless in styrofoam containers, and then they end up in the river. So are people pretty careful in the homeless group to keep from contaminating wastes all over? And
that depends on your experience out here. Like yesterday, for instance, there was 3 shopping carts that was sitting up here for 3 or 4 days, and I know the people who live in these houses back here, they don't want to see all that. So I went on ahead and just moved them out of here or whatever. But sometimes you get people who come down here, and like you say, they have the styrofoam containers and all that, and they just throw them around. Basically, as you can see right now, it's pretty clean around here. So pretty much the people out here right now who's homeless, they have experience in knowing what to do and what not to do. So I really haven't noticed that problem too much around in my area. So.
Okay, good. Do you ever get harassed by the police?
Every day. Every day. They're mainly the big problem, you know, because they treat the homeless people as if we're like some type of animal, or we don't belong here or whatever. And to me personally, I believe the police are pretty unfair. But as for me being right here, they used to mess with me a lot because, you know, a lot of the issues that I ran into before, I brought on to myself, or brought on for myself. But over the years, I haven't really been harassed by them too much. But it just depends on, you know, how you act or who you are, I guess. I don't.
Do the police know that you're here?
No. No.
Do you think if they knew that they would come and tell you to move?
I'm sure they would. I'm sure they would.
Thomas, you said that you got out of prison, and we just wonder what kind of rehabilitation programs did they give you in prison, or what kind of help did they give you after they released you to get back into society, or did they just dump you on the streets?
Well, in prison they had a program in there called SAP, and that was one of your requirements to go to this program to get your good time in order to get out early. And what SAP does, it teaches you what to do on the street, how to fill out a job application, or how to even or how to even go get a job or look for a job. So I did the SAP program, got out of prison, went and met my parole officer. All that stuff that the SAP program taught me in prison doesn't even work out here. Only thing I got out of the SAP program was a violation and sent right back to prison. They basically just take you out, let you out, and dump you on the street with a couple $100 in your pocket, and you know what happens with that as soon as you get out of prison, you know.
So were you raised in Modesto here, and they returned you to Modesto, or how did that go?
I did my crime in Modesto and was paroled back to Modesto, and I never left Modesto. So, but no, I wasn't raised here.
Do you want to get off the streets?
I definitely want to get off the streets. Yeah, I need to and I want to. I definitely want to get off the streets. It's definitely not for me. As I say, you know, you can adapt to your environment, and that's what I had to do. But I definitely don't want to be out here.
So if you want to get off the streets, what kind of help from society do you think you need to do that right now?
Actually, I just want a job, but a lot of that isn't society's problem. And most of it has to do with me. I have to go and find that job. But like I said earlier, it's hard to do, you know, when you're living out here, because I don't have the right clothing or the means of getting my hygiene, my shaving and all that right. You know, you understand what I'm saying? But basically, all I want is just a job. And that's about it. I have skills, you know. Believe it or not, I used to be a smog tech.
So Thomas, anyone that becomes homeless has a lot of complex factors that lead up to that. So what kinds of things led you to become homeless? What societal things and what personal things that you did maybe caused this to happen?
Well, pretty much. I come. My mom and dad. They're great people. I definitely didn't learn any of this from my family, because I come from a great family. I guess you could say I'm the youngest out of 5. They spoiled me, and therefore I came out into the world, you know, thinking that maybe I should, you know, thinking that I might have been spoiled too much, you know, spoiled myself. I don't know how you could say, but basically the bed that I'm lying in now, I can't blame on anybody but myself, because my mom and dad, they taught me right from wrong, and I chose to go the wrong way at one point, and I'm paying for it. So I'm not going to sit here and cry about, you know, what it is, and it's all bad or whatever. But nobody twisted my arm and made me do the things that I did to put me in this situation. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, I totally regret what I did, because look what it's ended up to. You know, but as for being raised from a child to what I am, my mom and dad did a great job, but I really can't blame anybody for any of the any of the things that's going on now. But I'd also like to say, at the same time, my race, being a black man, has a lot of downfall to it too, because I get called out of my name a lot, and you know what that word is, you know, the N word. There's for some reason people seem to think they can like disrespect me or seem to take from me or whatever, and that leads to me getting back in trouble, because I counter react, and you know, in a bad way. And it's just that the way that I'm living now, there's nobody to blame for that but me, because I did go to school, but you know, I did go to school, and I graduated from school and all that, but I should have listened, you know, I should listen to my parents, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Well, so are your parents still alive, and can they help you?
No, my parents, they're passed.
Do you have any other family members that can help you?
I have brothers and sisters, but you know, they're all doing their own thing, and I wouldn't even know I don't even have a phone number to contact them.
We'd like to ask you if you have any last thing that you'd like to say.
Yeah, if there's anyone out there who's headed in the same direction that I'm already in, or I've been where you're trying to go, so to speak, think before you act on anything. And if your parents are around, you know, try your best to listen to them. And if you have kids or going to have kids, take care of them, man, because, man, all this goes by quicker than what you think. Way quicker than what you think. And whatever you're going to do, man, just do it the best way you can.